Have you ever driven home from work, and upon arriving realized you don't remember any of the journey? You don't recall the turns you made, the traffic lights you stopped at, the familiar landmarks you passed. It's as if a ghost drove your car, while your mind was somewhere else entirely. This experience, so common for many of us, is a small glimpse into a much larger phenomenon. It's a sign that we might be navigating not just our commute but our entire lives on autopilot. We are physically present, our bodies are moving through space and time, but our consciousness, our awareness is asleep at the wheel. We are sleepwalking through our days, our weeks, and even our years. This state of sleepwalking is the default mode for so many people in our modern world. We wake up to the same alarm, follow the same morning routine, eat the same breakfast, travel the same route to a job where we perform the same tasks. We interact with the same people, have the same conversations, and come home to watch the same shows before falling into bed, only to repeat the cycle the very next day. Life becomes a script we've memorized so well that we no longer need to think about the lines. We are actors in our own lives, but we have forgotten that we are also the directors. Think about it. When was the last time you truly tasted your morning coffee? Noticing the warmth of the mug, the rich aroma, and the complex flavors on your tongue? Or when did you last feel the sensation of the sun on your skin, or the breeze in your hair as you walked outside, without your mind already racing ahead to the next item on your to-do list? We are so often lost in thought, worrying about the future, replaying the past, or simply drifting in a haze of distraction. We are everywhere but here, and every time but now. Our precious moments are slipping through our fingers like grains of sand, unnoticed and unappreciated. This isn't about judgment, it's about observation. It's a gentle invitation to ask yourself a profound question. Am I truly living my life, or am I just letting my life happen to me? Are my actions the result of conscious choices, or are they just the product of ingrained habits and societal expectations? The first step to waking up is simply realizing that you have been asleep. It's acknowledging that there is a deeper, more vibrant, and more meaningful way to experience the world, and it is available to you in every single moment. The alarm clock is ringing. The question is, are you ready to hear it and open your eyes? So if so many of us are sleeping, what does it actually mean to be awake? Being awake is not about giving up your routine or radically changing your entire life overnight. It's simpler, and at the same time more profound than that. To be awake is to be present. It means bringing your full attention to this very moment, right here, right now. It is the practice of experiencing your life directly, rather than through the filter of your thoughts. It's the difference between merely hearing the sound of birds singing and truly listening to their song, letting it fill your awareness without labeling or judging it. If living an awakened life is so much richer and more fulfilling, why do so many of us choose to remain asleep? The answer lies in a strange paradox. There is a deep, deceptive comfort in the familiar. Our routines, our habits, predictable patterns form a kind of cage. It might be a small cage and we may not be able to fly, but inside it we feel safe. We know what to expect. The morning alarm, the traffic on the commute, the difficult boss, the evening news, it's all part of a predictable script. There are no surprises in the cage, and for the sleeping mind, the absence of surprise feels like security. This desire for comfort is deeply ingrained in our human nature. Our brains are wired to conserve energy, and one of the best ways to do that is to automate as many behaviors as possible. This is how habits are formed. Once a behavior becomes a habit, we no longer need to think about it, freeing up mental energy for other things. This is useful for tasks like tying our shoes, brushing our teeth, but it becomes a problem when our entire life becomes an automated habit. We get stuck in a rut, and that rut, over time, becomes so deep and well-worn that it feels like the only path available to us. Waking up requires effort, and effort is uncomfortable. Furthermore, waking up can be scary. To truly become aware means we have to look at everything, the good, the bad, and the uncomfortable. Waking up from this lifelong slumber doesn't require a dramatic, life-altering event. You don't need to quit your job and move to a monastery unless that is your true calling. The process of awakening begins with small shifts, simple shifts, Intentional shifts. It starts with deciding to bring a little more awareness to the things you already do. The goal is not to change your life, but to change how you experience your life. This is where your power truly lies. It is in the small moments that you reclaim your presence and begin to break the trance of automatic living. One of the most powerful and accessible ways to start is to anchor your awareness in your senses. Choose one simple daily activity and commit to doing it with your full attention. For example, when you wash your hands, instead of letting your mind race, focus completely on the experience. Feel the temperature of the water on your skin. Listen to the sound it makes flowing from the tap. Notice the scent of the soap. Notice the feeling of the lather between your fingers. See the bubbles form and pop. In that moment, for just 30 seconds, you are fully present. You are awake. You can apply this practice to anything. Drinking your tea, walking to your car, eating a meal. Create pattern interrupts. Set a random alarm on your phone for 3 times during the day. When it goes off, simply stop whatever you are doing. Take 3 deep conscious breaths. The spiritual thinker. Osho spoke extensively about this very idea, often using the powerful metaphor of sleep and awakening. He suggested that most of humanity is in a deep hypnotic slumber, living mechanically like robots. He wasn't speaking of physical sleep, of course, but a psychological and spiritual sleep. In this state, we are not truly ourselves. Instead, we are a collection of conditioned responses, beliefs we've inherited from our parents, our culture, and our society. We think we are making choices, but Osho would say we are simply acting out a pre-written program, completely unaware of our own inner potential and freedom. Osho's core message was simple. Awareness is the key that unlocks everything. He explained that you don't need to fight your negative habits like anger or jealousy. Trying to fight them, he said, is like trying to fight darkness. You will only exhaust yourself. Instead, all you need to do is bring in the light. In this case, the light is awareness. If you feel anger rising within you, the mechanical response is to suppress it or explode. The path of awareness is to simply watch it. Notice the heat in your body, the tightening in your chest, the racing thoughts. Just observe it without judgment, as if you were a scientist studying a strange phenomenon. He believed that the very act of observation is transformative. When you bring your conscious attention to an unconscious pattern, the pattern begins to lose its power over you. It's like when you suddenly realize you've been mindlessly snacking on chips. The moment of awareness is often enough to make you stop. Osho taught that this simple act of watching your breath, watching your steps as you walk, watching your thoughts, is the greatest form of meditation. It isn't something you only do for 20 minutes on a cushion. It's a quality you can bring to every moment of your life, turning your whole life into a meditation. This idea is incredibly empowering because it means you don't need to become someone else to be free. You don't need to renounce the world or adopt a new set of beliefs. You simply need to become more aware of who you already are. Right now, Osho's teaching is like a gentle but persistent alarm clock. It's not meant to condemn us for being asleep, but to lovingly remind us of the incredible, vibrant, and joyful reality that awaits us the moment we choose to open our eyes. Our lives are governed by reactions, not responses. A reaction is automatic, instantaneous, and often unconscious. Someone cuts you off in traffic. You react with a surge of anger and a blare of the horn. Your boss sends a critical email. You react with a wave of defensiveness and anxiety. These are conditioned reflexes programmed into us over years of repeated behavior. We are like puppets. Our triggers are the strings. We believe we are in control, but our emotions and actions are being dictated by external events, leaving us feeling powerless and exhausted by the end of the day. An intentional life, the life of an awakened person, is built on conscious responses. A response is different because it contains a crucial ingredient, a pause. Diagram, stimulus. Pause. Response versus stimulus. Reaction, highlighting the pause. In that pause, no matter how brief, lies your power. It is the space between the stimulus, like the critical email, and what you do next. In that space, you can take a breath. You can observe the feeling of defensiveness rising within you. You can notice the story your mind is telling you. Maybe something like, My boss thinks I'm incompetent. And because you can notice it, you are no longer consumed by it. You have created a moment of clarity. From this place of clarity, you can choose your response. You might choose to get up and walk around your office for a minute. You might choose to reread the email, trying to understand the feedback from a neutral perspective. You might choose to wait an hour before formulating a calm, professional reply. The outcome is radically different. You have moved from being a victim of circumstance to being the architect of your experience. You have reclaimed your agency. This is not about suppressing your emotions, it is about having the wisdom to not let them control you. We have walked through the sleeping world together. We have seen the drowsy comfort of the cage. We have seen that being awake is not a mystical state reserved for saints and sages. It is a practical, moment-to-moment choice available to every single one of us. It is the choice to truly taste your food. It is the choice to truly listen to a friend. It is the choice to truly feel the ground beneath your feet. It is the choice to pause. It is the choice to breathe. It is the choice to respond to your life with intention rather than reacting out of habit. It is the choice to start digging for the treasure you know is buried within. This is not just another motivational idea to think about for a few minutes and then forget. This is a direct and personal invitation to begin the most important journey of your life, the journey from sleep to awakening. Your life is happening right now. This very breath you are taking is a moment of your life. This feeling of the air in your lungs, this is your life. Are you here for it? Or is your mind already drifting to the next thing? The past is a memory. The future is a dream. The only reality you will ever have is now. Don't miss it. Don't sleep through the only life you have. Make a promise to yourself today. Not a grand promise. A small, simple one. Choose one thing. Just one. Drink your morning coffee without your phone tomorrow. Take 3 conscious breaths the next time you feel stressed. Listen. Truly listen. To the next person you speak with, without planning your reply.